अपने माँ बाप को और हमारे घर का जो हीरो है मेरी छोटी सिस्टर, वो बड़ी दुआ करती है मेरे लिए। तो मैं उन सब का बड़ा शुक्रगुजार हूँ, और अपनी टीम मैनेजमेंट का जो हमें हर टाइम सपोर्ट करता रहता है, हमारा कप्तान जो हमें हर टाइम बैक करता रहता है।
अभी तक की फेवरेट विकेट कौन सी है आपकी, जितनी भी अभी तक आपने ली?
मेरी अभी तक की जो पहले मैच में मैंने स्मिथ को आउट किया था ना स्लो वन पे, क्योंकि मुझे अक्सर कहते हैं कि तू स्लो वन नहीं करता, वो स्लो वन बड़ी अच्छी हुई थी। तो उसके बाद मुझे काफ़ी सबने बोला कि अब अच्छी स्लो वन करने लग गया है, तो वो मेरी विकेट जो थी वो सबसे अच्छी थी अभी तक।
आज के बारे में क्या कहेंगे? काफ़ी अच्छे टोटल पे जो है इनको रिस्ट्रिक्ट कर दिया।
जी बिल्कुल, जैसी पिच है और जैसी ड्यू पड़ रही है, तो इंशाल्लाह उम्मीद है कि हम लोग जल्दी चेस कर लें, क्योंकि बॉलिंग करनी इतनी आसान नहीं हो रही, काफ़ी मुश्किल है बॉलिंग करनी, फास्ट बॉलर के लिए और स्पिनर दोनों के लिए।
ओके, वेल डन फहीम, ऑल द बेस्ट।
थैंक यू।
Yeah, 3 wickets for Fahim Ashraf. And so quite a gladiators in after 20 overs, 147 for the loss of 7. Umar Amin 28, Sarfraz Ahmed 43 of 30, and Hassan and Riley Russo keeping the innings together in the later part of the innings, but they'd be a little disappointed ending up with 147 when they were looking good after that wonderful partnership between Sarfraz Ahmed and Riley Russo was going well. Patel with a wicket, 3 for Fahim, 2 for Butt and 1 for Hussain. So this is what Islamabad United would require, 148 to win, and they need the runs at 7.40 per over. We'll take a short break and come back very soon.
I think Quetta will be disappointed. They were getting up around 150, so it will be at a required run rate of 7.4. That is the equation. United have been the powerhouse in the tournament for the last little while, and they've got every chance to show that they are the #1 team when it comes to the finals. Is exactly what they're playing for tonight, to cement that #1 position. Quetta, of course, they've qualified for the top 4. In fact, they'll probably nestle in that #2 position. So it looks to me that it'll be 1-2 United Gladiators. That's my sense, but just who knows? Is there a hurdle or two in front of the United chase?
Yeah, there'll be a lot of duel, a lot of difficulty for the bowlers, and the big difficulty here is Luke Ronchi. He's stolen the show. Once he's arrived, he's been mightily impressive and effective. Strike rate of 170. Just once he goes, then it's really difficult to stop him. Dumini has had a middling time out there. He's threatened a couple of times, strike rate at just 101, but when Luke Ronchi goes, he can just sit back and just rotate the strike. This man's been very good with the new ball. The left arm spinner gets the ball to grip and spin with the new ball, and with the dry new ball, he'll be a handful.
Oh, Dumini's the steady player, isn't he, Baz? And you can just imagine if they were to get Ronchi early, then that's a big blow for United, given he's been so consistent. There's the cool and cool umpires. We've got Alim Dar, Khalid Mahmood, and so the early wickets are not going to allow Quetta to feel like they are in the hunt in the field. Let's not forget the dew factor. They're starting with spin. That'll be a wide, so it kicks off straight away. Nawaz is outstanding. He's been able to take wickets, and can he just break it open a little bit? Help Quetta, because they probably feel they haven't got enough. But you can win with this sort of total, but we've seen totals of over 180 every time this week.
Sarfraz has gone back to opening the bowling with Nawaz. Previous game didn't bring him on till the 7th over, didn't bowl the spinners a lot. So it's back to spin to win, and he'll hope here that Nawaz can continue with his form with the new ball, get a couple of wickets. Otherwise it'll be very difficult ask.
So first run off the bat, JP Duminy just scampering through for the one. It's final game for Kevin Peterson. So he is, I think, retired from all cricket after today. So big one for him. I wonder how emotional he's feeling. He's probably feeling pretty happy with the whole.
Unless of course they get to number 1 or number 2 Quetta and get into that first playoff.
Yeah.
A little bit of spin for Nawaz, and this is the big matchup. Ronki versus Nawaz.
Oh, it's nearly got there. That was so close to a caught and bowled. Wow, he's a good bowler. He just held that up. Oh, Ronki, this is the big wicket. Did it get there? It did. Oh, it's a let-off. They needed that one.
Is that the big moment of the game? Nawaz to Ronki. He offers him a cotton ball. Doesn't hang on. Kind of form this man is in. They needed that. Quetta really needed that.
Well, I think when you've only got that amount on the board, Baz, you've got to take all those, the half chances, but that was better than a half chance. It was just he didn't get down low enough. Ronki's always timing the ball. He's clipping it, isn't he, at pace, but let's just see. Oh, that's a miss. It's a big miss, and he knows it. You need to take those.
And he is the number 1 bowler in the Quetta Gladiators side. And you probably want Ronki out, the number 1 batsman from Islamabad United so far.
And there we go. That's been hit. There's only 2 from it. It's always a good start. Well, we'll find out. But you know who's going to cheer the most? Nawaz. If he gets out less than 10, he'll be running around the oval.
Correct. This man can really hurt you, and quickly. Oh. Exactly like that. That sounded terrific off the bat. It's raced away.
Yeah, it's just a tad short, isn't it? Rahat is bowled. Fairly rapid at times, but he just gets the length wrong. It's marginal though, isn't it, Baz? It doesn't have to be too wrong. When you've got a guy in form who's just leaping on anything like that. He loves going onside. If he err on his pads, he's lethal. But we saw him square cut a 6 the other day as well, so he's got shots everywhere, but he's been allowed to get going in a couple of those 50s with too many balls on the leg side. And that'll run, fly, 6 again. Element of luck there. That was a big edge.
Pace on the ball from Rahat, short though, and the swing of the bat, a thick top edge, and it's sort of flown away. Short boundaries, and it's gone the distance. Maximum, not where he intended, but Ronki's off. Sarfraz worried.
It's wide of off stump, so he swings at that one. He does like to get going, just flicking to the onside, but he's been brutal everywhere. He's just got this eye in. He plays the same way every innings. He's prone to getting out early, but it doesn't change the way he plays the next innings. And when he gets going, he can get on this roll, and we've seen it. 50, 50, 50, all in the fastest time. Two of them, the 22 balls, 23 balls. Good delivery. Now we're seeing a good area. This is a good comeback.
Yeah, Rahat Ali's had a decent PSL. That's the delivery he wants, just to get it to seam away. Last game, though, Rahat Ali went for 50 after having a pretty good PSL, so he needs a comeback of sorts.
See the ball moving around a bit. Could be because of the dewy conditions, because of the moisture in the air. Need a wicket. They've already had a chance. Must strike. Luke Ronke is the key wicket for them.
There it is. There's the wicket. There's the break. Didn't cost them too many, the caught and bowled chance. So there you have something, Quetta, something to run on.
Now we're talking. Luke Ronke has been unstoppable in this year's HBL PSL, and for once failing, trying to glide this one through point and big inside edge and shattering the stumps, and wonderful, wonderful result for the bowler Rahat Ali. He's gone after scoring just 10 of 9, and Rahat is 1 for 11.
And so it's a big relief. You're talking about you put him down early, and then you just pray that he's not going to go on and hurt you, given you've let him off. That wasn't the case. So they've been able to turn it round, chopping back onto the stumps. That's been lifted nicely by JP Duminy.
Yeah, he's very good against spin, Duminy. The angle working in his favour. It was a half-trekker. He hardly has bowled a bad ball in this HBL PSL, Nawaz, and for a change, just a little short. And Duminy rocking back and hitting it for a 6. Margins are minimal when you're bowling to Duminy if you're a spinner, because he punishes you the moment you overpitch or underpitch.
Oh yeah, that's a bullet. Great use of the feet.
Even better shot this time. He's been pumped with the pull shot into the crowd, and this one he's absolutely smashed down the ground. Quick footwork, and that's just sped into the board.
It actually spun into the boards. It was hit so hard that it had a lot of overspin on it. Couple of massive strikes, and so the initiative has been wrested from the opponents here.
So change of angle now. He's over the wicket. And bunkering down on that one, JP. It's good batting though, isn't it? He's put a short one away. And just his now says, well, he's going to maybe push it through, but it's not going to be short again. So I will come down and get a fuller length.
A bit of a test for the bowlers because of the wet conditions. You can easily lose the grip on the ball.
Oh, edge. He came down again. Got himself into strife, and he's got a fine edge on that runs away. So Nawaz beats him on that occasion, but he does not get the result he was after.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of beautiful shots, and then this from JP Duminy. Wrong-footed him. I think he's looking for a bit of spin, and it straightened after pitching. But 6-4-4, we're talking about an expensive over here. 14 so far.
There's a bit of a glare there from Nawaz, like, how dare you, what are you doing? That was my ball, and somehow you've hit me for 4. It's a cruel game, isn't it, sometimes? And he comes down again. So he loves using his feet, and it's a great way to play spin if that's your natural way. You can get it wrong, though, sometimes. 3 coming into play, about second slip.
I'd take off Nawaz against Duminy because he dominates spin. So if you can have a slip in place when he's facing Rahat Ali, why not have another speedster or a medium pacer bowling from Nawaz's end? It's a strategy by United to send him in because they know that Gladiators would probably use Nawaz with the new ball. So that part has been neutralized to a certain degree by Duminy's big shots.
Yeah, Alex Hales has got a bit of an issue too with left arm orthodox, so if he's on strike you might want to keep him going. Oh, that's powerful, isn't it? If it gets through, no it doesn't. And that's the Jew just holding it up a little bit on a dry surface. That's probably got through the gap there, but he's tall, he's powerful.
And also it stops the ball from swinging. This one, Ronchi, maybe just a little too close to cut, but he's in the form of his life, so he thought that's another boundary ball. Big inside edge.
Oh, hear that! He is smoking them tonight.
Gunshot from JP Duminy's bat. You've got to be here to really see how fast it went and hit the fence. 1, 2, 3, bang! The most magnificent pull shot you'd ever want to see, all along the ground and muscled.
Yeah, he's feeling good, isn't he? He's got the bit between his teeth. He started so well. Ahmed is sort of saying, come on. Talking about a certain line, a certain length. We've spoken about this guy. They do in all those team meetings. And look at that. That's almost opposite to a lot of the guys. PSL run rate is a little bit higher against the spin than the pace.
PSL, he spent quite a lot of time in the middle. And yes, almost about 2 runs for spin, but just as this PSL has gone along, Duminy has looked more secure, he's looked more confident, and today I think he's looked the best of what he's got to offer.
Yeah, remember he just arrived and he got stuck on the Sharjah wicket first time round, didn't he? And then everything sort of started to work for him when he got to Dubai. It was a nicer pace, and he's certainly going here. He's going like a train, so that's what's left.
There's a nice balance that he's maintaining. Big shots and also rotation of strike. He moves so quickly between the wickets. He's a good judger of the ball, JP Duminy.
He's a good athlete. Really good athlete. He'd like to be probably playing in the Test series against Australia in South Africa currently, but he's finished all that stuff. But the competitive juices that he has would be looking at the spice that's there. Oh yeah, this time it's going to go all the way. That is brutal.
It's 39 for 1.
Game, and he's going along beautifully at the moment. 23 from 13.
Mir Hamza was in the squad of Karachi Kings in the first PSL. That time he came with a reputation of really swinging the new ball, and he came with a big reputation. Now he's just sort of dropped off a little in the pecking order.
Shot for every delivery, every length almost in this innings. JP Duminy is powering his team into a commandable position. 40 for 1 in 4.2. Pepsi catch a crore. Got to be ready, boys.
Yeah, we've seen 9 catches so far. So A couple have been juggled and ricocheted to someone else, but it's been fun. Every time you see one launched into the stands, you just hope someone can grab onto it. Hales on strike.
How many slats do you think at the end of the tournament? 9 so far. Few games to go.
Another double header tomorrow. We've got a playoff, and then are we taking it straight? Taking it to the final? Gee, he's got a good pace. It took him a while to get going. Here comes Uber. Oh, good stuff. The stride shortened a little bit. Well done, Darren Sammy over there. He wants to be a part of that.
Running style like Michael Johnson.
Yes, sort of leaning back a bit.
Yeah, leaning back a bit.
More runs. It's all too easy for Duminy at the moment.
Well, he's putting away the good balls. This wasn't such a good delivery, so runs are leaking. They're hemorrhaging runs. They're 4s and 6s, and just a faint tickle round the corner was good enough to earn him a 4.
Yeah, can't go there, can't go on the pads. Fine leg in the circle. Just asking for trouble, but Duminy today striking it well.
All right, yeah, I'm going to answer this question. So game 28, we've had 9 catches. Yeah? 34 overall. 5 by 3. I'm going to say 11. I'm going to say there's going to be another 2. I'll say 12. There'll be another 3 catches in the stands before we finish.
I'm going lucky 13. So with your calculation, I've gone +1.
Now, you could argue once we get to Pakistan, those crowds, it's going to be packed house, but in theory, there's more hands going for the ball. I think they're going to knock it out of each other's hands. There we go, 5 overs up. It is 45 for 1.
Out in New Zealand in January, here he is in the HBL PSL, and left arm orthodox is a bit of a weakness for Alex Hales. And it almost continued. Oh,
yeah, we've seen some good bowling from some left-handers in this year's PSL. Very good flight, good arc, gets a little bit of spin as well. Deceived him, lofted drive. I didn't think he intended to play that ball in that area.
These two, Darren, Mohammad Nawaz and Hassan Khan, have been pivotal for Quetta Gladiators and their progress to the playoffs.
Well, it's great to see young Hassan Khan. He came in at the end too, got 15 from 9, hit that maximum. So again, you take that into the account of feeling good about yourself as a youngster, having that little cameo, and then he comes in, now takes the ball, loving the PSL.
He also hit that 6, didn't he, off the penultimate ball of the match against Multan, won the game.
Squeeze. Single, gets Hales off strike. He's not the only right-hander that had his fair share against left-arm orthodox in terms of problems. Showed you those stats on McCullum. He's got out, I think, 5 or 6 occasions against left-arm orthodox. Certain Kevin Peterson had his issues over the years with left-arm orthodox as well. And now Hales. But it's JP Duminy. He's enjoying himself so far.
I guess the left-hand, right-hand combination will also assist in this situation with Hassan Khan. He wouldn't be able to settle. He will need to change his line, his lengths. JP Duminy is very quick on his legs, so anything short he will get on the back foot and look to score square. Likewise, he can use his feet and advance as well, because that will be hitting with the spin for him as a left-hander.
See the problem with the ball. Hassan Khan had to dry the ball as the 50 comes up here in the 6th over. And the truck has got 51 runs in it, and it's taken 5.5 overs. But every ball has to be towelled and dried before the next one is delivered. So this is a problem for Quetta, which is why Sarfraz won the toss and said he'd bat first.
Interesting, wasn't it?
Yep.
Cruising too. You look at United's equation, they only need to go at 6.85.
Yeah,
Old.
And he can do that.
JP Duminy, he took control of the situation with the ball of Luke Ronke. Been very clinical in his stroke play. Anything short, he's been quick to latch onto it. What about that shot from Alex Hales? Just through the arms at it. Went through that extra cover region like a trace of bullets.
Thank you, Ravi Shastri. But there's been a quiet authority, isn't there, about JP Duminy. 77% Winviz says Islamabad round the wicket now. Mir Hamza. He's a very experienced cricketer, isn't he? JP's been around a long time for the Proteas, and I think he's brought a calmness to this batting.
Jeez, I tell you what, he hit, laced that pull shot,
didn't he? Didn't he?
Wicked. Oh.
We're talking about JP Duminy, 46 test matches, 6 test match centuries, 184 one-day internationals, had 4 centuries in ODI cricket as well.
It's a lot of cricket, a lot of experience. A 181 days. Problem for Quetta is that this Islamabad team bats such a long way down. Mohammad Sami is batting at 11 and he's got 5 first-class 50s, or it could be 8 first-class 50s. And you're looking here at one of the hardest hitters in the game in Alex Hales.
He certainly does. He strikes it long and hard.
Well, they've got to try and find a way of taking wickets. Head and shoulders move for $1 million. That's the dance we've got to learn.
Some of us.
That's one prize you're never going to win, Dan, is it?
No, sadly. I'm in tears.
NA not applicable.
In fact, it's a couple of prizes you're not going to win. Uber's the other one.
Well, I might have to sort that out with a little head start. Oh, yes, sir. That is handsome from Hales.
It was a mere uppercut. Didn't try to hit it too much. He waited on it. On the rise, got under it, opened the blade of the bat. There's a lot of real estate there. Alex Hales has the presence of mind to play that shot. Such a very instinctive player he is.
Oh, a little pick up. Oh, and he's gone! Down the throat. We've seen that so often here at this very ground. And it is Watson taking this. Well, that is a bonus.
Well, he didn't expect Alex Hales to find Shane Watson in that fine leg position. Very rare you see this. He's such a good player. He's played just about 172 T20 matches. That's a big wicket. He's gone for 16. It's 58 for 2 now.
Is holding things together for Islamabad. 31 from 21.
Yeah, a bit more rag drying on the ball. Oh, and he couldn't get out. The two youngsters clash there. Well, you called it, Darren Ganga. He said Quetta had to find a way of getting a wicket or two. This'll do.
Yeah, using the pace of the ball, I think he expected a little more elevation on that shot. Alex Hales, Viv Richards, he's pumped up. Knows a lot about winning and loves to be on that side of the coin.
Absolutely. If there was a Winviz when Viv was playing, it would be called a Winviv. Winviv.
Well done, old man.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Danny Morrison.
hunting up on the offside here. We've had the power play. Safraz realises that he needs to squeeze, particularly the right-handers, inside the circle. It's away with a full toss.
What do you think, Darren, on Shadab Khan going in at 4 here when you've got a player like Misbah, you've got Hussein Talat, but they're going in with this youngster?
Yeah, I think they're trying to get that run rate maintained. Shadab Khan, he's an attacking batsman by nature. I've seen him play a couple cameos in the Caribbean Premier League. He's got a cool head on his shoulder, and they're trying to maintain that left-right combination out in the middle. Maybe probably priming him as a player as well. He's not had much of an opportunity with the bat, and it's not a bad ploy, because you may just need him in playoff matches to produce some runs for you.
Just like the way that JP Duminy keeps his shape. Danny and I can talk about this because this man did keep his shape, Darren Ganga. But I love the way he keeps his shape through the shot, and we've seen it with the pull shot. We see it with his cover drive. Everything about him at the moment looks geometrically, he looks wonderful. So structured.
Sort of looks too now. It's almost like he's out there as you get the sorcerer and the apprentice, and he'll help Shadab a lot, and he doesn't need much help with that sort of batting. Holy schmoly! Wow!
He's got skill, he's got class. Shadab Khan cannot be underestimated with the bat. This young man has a bright future in the game. Apart from being able to bowl his variety of leg breaks, he can bat. Lofted shot, straight down the ground, immediately getting into the mix of things.
Yeah, well, Jason Roy was a little wider there. He's come a bit straighter.
Yeah.
But it was a great stroke from Shadab. Oh, does he go wider? He does, but he can't quite beat Roy. Wonderful wrist work from the youngster. It's like this little challenge here with the two 19-year-olds, head to head.
You notice the sort of truncated follow-through from Shadab Khan. It's not a big, wide follow-through. Watch this, Darren. Look at that. Look where the bat finishes. Below his left shoulder.
Mr. Risty.
Yeah.
Time for the sorcerer. Controlled, he'll keep the strike, and takes...
Would be bowling with that, Danny?
Little rooster tail almost on the back of it, wasn't it? Look at that.
New super supper. That's the new super supper to spill the water away.
Yeah, they haven't got one here, funnily enough. They've got a rope instead. Big rope.
They do.
Hamza starts another. He's into his third. Oh, Riley in the wars, diving on the square. Oh, look at him. Covered in it. Just looking across to our left here in the Islamabad dugout, and Samit Patel, he's got the kit on, and there's a few batsmen with the kit on. A lot of floaters happening. A bit of left arm round again. Hamza. Yeah, it's interesting now, another wicket and then maybe another two, and suddenly they're 4 down for maybe 80.
The only person who hasn't got his pads on there is Dean Jones.
Oh, don't.
It's only a matter of time.
I'm surprised.
Or maybe he's got them on under his trousers.
With that red tie, red pads.
Yeah, it's tough for the bowlers, but Mir Hamza's bowled well here. 1 for 15 into his third.
Nice shot from JP Duminy. He's played a wonderful innings so far. 36 from 26. What he has is the body language. Apart from him being clinical in his stroke play, his body language is always very positive as a player, and that's what you want in T20 cricket. When Viz still in favour of Islamabad United. And he will bring a lot of confidence for a guy like Shadab Khan, young player who's still learning his trade.
Yeah, good point, Darren. He's only got to watch from the non-striker's end, isn't he? Shadab's on strike, though.
Set still just under sevens, the asking rate.
Yeah, it's been a lovely innings, this. A colourful innings, an attractive innings, and I think his one pull shot, I think that shot alone was the hardest hit ball of the night. Just so pleasing on the eye. See how wide Mir Hamza went there on the return crease.
Good over so far too, just quietly.
Yeah.
And why I think they have so much time is because the required rate is just under 7. So it's merely a runner ball for Islamabad United to get this and to go on for another win. That is exactly why they've probably experimented a bit with Shadab Khan to give him an opportunity.
Of course, Islamabad tomorrow, they finish their league campaign with a crunch clash against Karachi. Islamabad United player. Watto was in the team when they won it in 2016 and he played last year.
Yeah, time to shift things up, change it up.
Go from red to purple.
And he's done well in this uniform. Leading run scorer, leading wicket taker, 10 wickets to his name. Best of 3 for 22. This is a good move by Safras Ahmed. He needs wickets, and why not Shane Watson?
He's been a bit of a golden arm in this tournament, but
he has
disappeared last outing, didn't he?
Yes.
Nicely played, young man. Solid, looks the goods.
.37 from 27. Very strong through the onside. Easy on the eyes, left-hander, classy player he is. Confirmation of that. 38% square, only 3% through the offside.
Just shows you the angles they've tried to bowl to him, a bit straighter, because you tell you what, he's not the worst cutter as well when he gets going.
Because he's such a short man, he will play a lot of things square of the wicket. Been attacking him primarily through that offside. Gets close to the ball and clips it through the onside. JP Dumani.
Didn't arrive. Watson, yeah, he does bowl these well. A tennis ball type bouncer that loops through, and you've got so much time, you almost want to have about 3 shot selections at it, and then it's past you.
The deceptiveness of Shane Watson as well. Doesn't change his run-up much for his faster deliveries as against his slower deliveries. Gotta keep your eyes on him.
He's been so emotional. He got into trouble a bit when he was playing for Australia, of course. Some of his celebrations. Was it Chris Gale and Test Series comes to mind a few years ago, celebrating right under the nose when he gets people out.
Well, it's been a while since we've had a 6 and the Pepsi Catch a Craw. Those candidates there are going to have to, I think they've gone a bit quiet because the 6s have dried up. It's been 45 balls since we've had a 6 or a Pepsi Catch a Craw chance.
It's a little late, Alan Wassellen.
Alan Wassellen.
He's ready. And that is ready as well. Stunner. here from young Shadab.
Islamabad need 71 then. Off 60 balls, they need a lot of wickets. Quetta Gladiators need to strike, and strike right now. Yeah, as turning out to be a good all-round cricketer. Short and wide and slapped over point.
United continue to promote him in the order. They want him there. He batted well in a previous game as well. Too short this time by Shane Watson, yeah. Peterson having a laugh.
Yeah, that's bad bowling. In a crunch situation where you need to exert pressure and pick wickets, this is not really required.
Yeah, that one down the leg side, so easy pickings for Shadab. He'll accept that gleefully. But Anwar Ali straying down leg and conceding 4 runs, which will hurt Quetta.
Yeah, it's all on track in this run chase, isn't it? 6.83 runs required, plenty of wickets. No great pressure just yet. Not sure Quetta can create it.
I don't know how long can this pattern continue for Quetta Gladiators. They need to just maybe change the field, change the bowling options, get a slip in place, look for an aggressive line to pick wickets. I think the fact that there is dew around may be hurting his plans, because we haven't seen a lot of swing, a lot of spin from the bowlers. But you can play around with more fielders in the ring. Just do something different here. Because dots can create a bit of pressure. Let's see whether he is looking for such a way out of this situation. Yeah, all too easy at this stage, just knocking the ball into the gaps and picking up singles. Required rate is just 7.
Yeah, normally whenever a wicket is required or whenever there's a crunch situation, Sarfraz turns to spin. Today it's not been spinning much, and he doesn't have an out and out fast bowler who can get him wickets. Rather, he bowled really well in the start of the tournament, has gone off a little, but don't have someone who could come in and just blast a couple of wickets out.
Dumini has played a beautiful innings here. 39 of 30, 83 for 2. Misbah is slotted way down there. He hasn't batted in the last couple of matches, Misbah.
Samit Patel coming at 9, so that's a lot of batting.
He's on the greasy pole, isn't he? Just keeps sliding down it. I want to see the big fella out there launching them.
Has batted only 3 times in this year's PSL. Right, what are they discussing here? What could be the matter with Sue Jones? Being a very attentive Misbah.
Just the amount of notes, though. Have you seen how deep he is into that book? I mean, he's chewed up 200 pages. He's writing that many notes. Like, it's a serious novel.
Must be very, very small pages, though, because there's not much written in there. He hides it, but I don't think there's a lot written in there.
Well,
A lot of numbers.
telephone numbers. Yeah, he's got contacts. He's got contacts.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's well stopped, well blocked by KP. Talking to himself, I think, JP Duminian. I remember Martin Crowe used to tell himself before receiving the ball, watch that ball, watch that ball. I was at short leg, I still remember that. Head and shoulders move for $1 million. Even the little ones are doing it now. Required rate has got to jump over 9 to make this a tough ask for the United. Right now it's at 7.7. Oh, ball in, that's more like it. A wicket certainly will help the cause.
Yeah, just the angle coming back in. Good presentation of the seam from Watson, but Chadha trying to be a little cheeky, trying to stare this down to third man, and it's hit top of off. Wrong choice of shot, and Watson gets his man. He's pumped as ever. Shadab Khan gone for 18, 85 for 3.
85 for 3, and we'll have the Go Lutlo strategic timeout as well.